Okay, so like Greece, Athens, Greece. It's literally been on my travel bucket list forever, and let me tell you, it did not disappoint, okay? The vibes, immaculate. The food, the history, don't even get me started. So basically, I'm like obsessed with Greek mythology, right? And Athens is like the heart of it all. It's crazy to think that people were like chilling here thousands of years ago, building these insane temples and stuff. Like, can you imagine? Anyway, I'm so excited to show you guys around and like share my experience. Get ready for some epic adventures, delicious food, and maybe even a little bit of chaos. Let's go! All right, you guys, we're starting off strong with the Acropolis, like duh. This place is the epitome of ancient history and breathtaking views. It's like the most iconic landmark in Athens. You can't talk about Athens without mentioning the Acropolis. You literally can't miss it. It's perched right on top of a hill, dominating the skyline. It's this like massive hilltop with all these ancient ruins on top. The structures are just awe-inspiring. Seriously, it's like something out of a movie. Especially at sunset, the whole place glows. So the Acropolis was built like way back in the 5th century BC, which is like mind-blowing. Imagine the craftsmanship and effort that went into it. It was basically dedicated to Athena, the goddess of like wisdom and stuff. She was super important to the ancient Greeks. You know, the one with the owl? The owl symbolizes wisdom and is often associated with Athena. And like the craziest part is that it's still standing after all these years. It's a testament to ancient engineering. I mean, yeah, it's a little worse for wear, but still. The weathering adds to its charm and mystique. Can you imagine the stories these walls could tell? They've witnessed centuries of history. I would pay like $1 million to go back in time and see it in its prime, just to experience the grandeur firsthand. Okay, so the most famous building on the Acropolis is definitely the Parthenon. It's the crown jewel of the site. It's that, like, iconic temple with the columns that you always see in pictures. Those columns are just so majestic. It's even more impressive in person, though. Trust me, the scale and detail are just mind-blowing. And like, the views from up here are insane. You get a panoramic view of the entire city. You can see the whole city of Athens all the way to the sea. It's seriously breathtaking. The blend of ancient and modern is stunning. I took like 1 million pictures. I'm not even kidding. Every angle is a perfect shot. We spent like hours up here just like wandering around and soaking it all in. There's so much to explore. It's crazy to think about all the history that happened here. This place was the center of ancient Greek civilization. Like, people have been coming to this spot for thousands of years. It's been a pilgrimage site for ages. It's kind of overwhelming in the best way possible. The sheer amount of history is just staggering. Oh, and like pro tip, wear comfortable shoes. The terrain can be rough, and you'll be on your feet a lot. You're going to be doing a lot of walking, and bring water. Staying hydrated is key, especially in the heat. It gets super hot up here. The sun can be intense, so be prepared. Okay, I'm done rambling about the Acropolis now. But seriously, it's a must visit. Let's go get some food. I'm starving. Greek cuisine is the perfect way to end this adventure. Okay guys, so after the Acropolis, we headed down to the Plaka neighborhood, which is like right at the foot of the Acropolis. It's such a short walk, and you can literally see the Acropolis towering above you as you stroll down. It's basically the oldest neighborhood in Athens, and it's so freaking charming. You can feel the history in every corner, and it's like the buildings are whispering stories from the past. Seriously, it's like walking into a postcard. Every turn you take, there's something even more picturesque waiting for you. Imagine this. Narrow, winding streets all cobblestoned and stuff with like cute little shops and cafes everywhere you look. It's like a maze of delightful surprises. There are like bougainvillea plants growing on everything, and the whole place just smells amazing. The vibrant colors of the flowers against the whitewashed buildings are just stunning, like a mix of like fresh bread and like jasmine or something. It's an intoxicating blend that makes you want to breathe in deeply and never leave. We spent hours just like wandering around, popping into shops, and soaking up the atmosphere. Every shop has its own unique charm, and you can find the most unexpected treasures. There are so many cute little boutiques selling like handmade jewelry, leather goods, and like traditional Greek stuff. It's a shopper's paradise, especially if you love unique, handcrafted items. I definitely bought way too much stuff, but it's okay, I regret nothing. Every item feels like a piece of Plaka that I can take home with me. Oh my god, and the food. Don't even get me started on the food. It's like a culinary journey through Greece, right in the heart of Plaka. We stopped at this like tiny little taverna for lunch, and it was honestly some of the best food I've ever had in my life. The flavors were so rich and authentic. We're talking like fresh baked bread, creamy hummus, juicy olives, and the most amazing Greek salad you've ever tasted. Every bite was a revelation, and the people in Plaka are so friendly and welcoming. They make you feel like you're part of their community, even if you're just visiting. Like, everyone we met was so happy to chat with us and like tell us about their city. We learned so much about the local culture and history just from these casual conversations. It was such a refreshing change of pace from like the hustle and bustle of some of the other places we've been. Plaka has this serene, laid-back vibe that just makes you want to slow down and enjoy the moment. Honestly, if you're looking for that, like quintessential Greek experience, Plaka is the place to be. It's got everything you could want: history, culture, and a warm, welcoming atmosphere. It's the perfect mix of like history, culture, and good vibes. You can feel the ancient roots of the city blending seamlessly with the vibrant modern-day life. Like, I could seriously wander around these streets for days. Every visit feels like a new adventure, with something new to discover around every corner. Chapter 3, National Archaeological Museum History Nerds Assemble. Okay, so full disclosure, I'm like a massive history nerd. Like, I could spend all day in a museum and be perfectly content. So obviously, we had to hit up the National Archaeological Museum while we were in Athens. And let me tell you, this place is no joke. It's like one of the most important archaeological museums in the world. And it's home to, like, thousands of artifacts from ancient Greece. Like, we're talking everything from pottery and sculptures to jewelry and weapons. It's insane. They have this, like, whole section dedicated to the Acropolis, which was really cool to see after, like, actually being up there. They have all these, like, original sculptures and friezes from the Parthenon, which are absolutely incredible. It's crazy to think about how old this stuff is. And like the detail on some of these artifacts is insane. Like there's this one statue of Poseidon that's so lifelike, it's almost scary. You can like see the muscles in his arms and the veins in his hands. It's wild. They also have a really impressive collection of ancient Greek jewelry, which I was obsessed with. Like, can we talk about the craftsmanship? These people were so skilled. They were making like intricate gold necklaces and earrings thousands of years ago. It's mind-blowing. Honestly, I could spend like a week in this museum and still not see everything. It's that big. But if you're short on time, definitely make sure you check out the Acropolis collection, the statue of Poseidon, and the ancient Greek jewelry. You won't regret it. Just like a heads up, it's a lot of walking, so wear comfortable shoes. And maybe bring a snack or something because you might be there for a while. Oh, and grab a map at the entrance. It's super helpful to plan your route. And if you're into it, the audio guides are really informative and add a lot to the experience. Don't forget to stop by the gift shop on your way out. They have some really cool souvenirs. Trust me, this museum is a must-visit for any history enthusiast. You'll leave with a newfound appreciation for ancient Greece. Chapter 4, Monastiraki Flea Market, Souvenirs and Street Food Galore. Okay, you guys, if you're looking for souvenirs or just like a really fun and chaotic shopping experience, you have to check out the Monastiraki Flea Market. It's like this sprawling open-air market in the heart of Athens, and it's absolutely nuts. Imagine this, stalls upon stalls of like everything you could possibly imagine. Clothes, shoes, bags, jewelry, antiques, souvenirs, you name it, they probably have it. It's a little overwhelming at first, but once you get your bearings, it's a blast to just like wander around and see what you can find. I got like a million things here. I found this like really cool vintage leather jacket for like a steal, and I also got a bunch of like little souvenirs from my friends and family. They're probably all like fridge magnets and shot glasses, but whatever, it's the thought that counts, right? Oh, and the street food here is amazing. You have to try the loukoumades, which are basically like little Greek donuts. They're deep fried and then like soaked in honey and sprinkled with cinnamon. So good. We also got some gyros from a street vendor, which were like the size of my head. And they were only like €5. Seriously, the food in Greece is so good and so affordable. The Monastiraki Flea Market is definitely a sensory overload, but in the best way possible. It's crowded, it's chaotic, and it's loud, but it's also a ton of fun. Just like, be prepared to haggle. The vendors expect it, and it's all part of the experience. Chapter 5, Mount Lycabettus, Sunset Views, and Insta-worthy Pics. Okay, for our last stop in Athens, we decided to head up to Mount Lycabettus, which is like the highest point in the city. You can either hike up, which takes about an hour, or you can take a funicular, which is what we did because like, who has time for hiking when there are cable cars? The views from the top are absolutely incredible. You can see the whole city of Athens, all the way to the sea. It's especially beautiful at sunset, when the sky turns all these, like, crazy colors. I'm not even kidding, it was the most gorgeous sunset I've ever seen. There's a little cafe at the top where you can, like, grab a drink and enjoy the views. Or you can just, like, find a spot on the rocks and chill. We brought a bottle of wine with us and just, like, sat there for hours talking and taking it all in. It was the perfect way to end our trip to Athens, just, like, reflecting on all the amazing things we'd seen and done. If you're looking for like a romantic spot or just a really beautiful place to watch the sunset, Mount Lycabettus is definitely worth a visit. Oh, and like, pro tip, bring a jacket or something. It can get a little chilly up there at night. Outrow. See you later, Athens. Ugh, okay, so that's it for my Athens adventure. I'm so sad it's over, but I had the best time ever. This city is seriously amazing, and I can't wait to come back someday. If you're thinking about planning a trip to Greece, do it! You won't regret it. And if you do go, make sure you hit up all the spots I talked about in this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more travel vlogs. And let me know in the comments where I should go next. I'm thinking maybe Santorini or Mykonos. Okay, I'm rambling. Bye!